All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Pageant Trend. Good evening, Philippines. Good afternoon. Good morning to all over the world. Welcome back to Pageant Trend again. So this is Jay hosting the live interview with Mr. World Philippines 2021 aspirant candidate RAED Alzgeier. Ayan. So makakasama natin siya later. And before we start our live session for this evening, I would like to inform you that we are also live at our YouTube channel, Pageant Trend. So if you are new to our channel, don't forget to click the subscribe button and click the notification bell so that you will be updated whenever we have new uploaded video and also interviews like this. And also, if you are new to our Facebook page, don't hesitate to click the like and also follow our Instagram account at Pageant Trend. So ayan, so nasa backstage na po ang ating special guest for tonight's live interview. So ipakilala na natin. Let us all welcome Ride Alzgeier. Hi,
Hello.
Ride.
Good evening, everybody. My name is RAED
Ayan.
AL ZGHAYER, and I was born in Kuwait, and I'm now in the Philippines.
Wow. So how are you, Mr. Ride?
I'm doing good. This is my first time to have a live interview, so I think I want to enjoy it.
All right. Thank you so much. So welcome to Pageant Trend. So I believe that this is your first na ma-interview sa mga live, 'di ba?
Yes, sir. And how about you? How are you, Jay?
Well, I'm doing fine and much better than before.
Oh, that's
Sorry.
good.
Correct. Ayun. So, guys, before we start our live session, please don't hesitate to leave your comments and also questions at our comment section below. So later on, we will be reading this and also our guest will try to answer as much as he can with your queries. Ayan. So, see, Mr. Raid is uh, he was born in Jordan, right?
Kuwait. Kuwait.
Kuwait, sorry. Sa Kuwait. And also, ayan, yung mother niya is Cebuana. Ayan. So, do you know how to speak in Cebuano?
Yes, I do speak Cebuano, yes. Maayong gabi in.
Wow. Ayan. So, ano masasabi mo sa mga Cebuano at Cebuano? Ayan, Cebuana, Cebuano.
Well, first of all, like they're very beautiful people, and they're very caring, and I like the way they speak. Like they're very expressive also sometimes, and they're very bubbly. They laugh all the time. They bond together, so it's a bit fun to be with them.
All right. So based on your bio here, that you joined Man of the Philippines UAE and won a second runner-up. So
Yeah.
can you tell us your experience on that pageant?
Well, that's actually was my first pageant because I think that's different from school pageant, right? So that's my first pageant. Like I participated with. So it's very beautiful experience because I had to learn a lot. Like I had a lot of experience, like how to smile on stage, how to interact with people, how to develop my weakness, how to make it a better. So it's a very good experience, and what I'm happy with it is that during this experience, I got the chance to meet a lot of nice people in Dubai, like, who really helped me during the pageant, and that's why I like to join a pageant because it gives me more experience. It opens my mind about new things to develop my strength and many things also.
All right. So before you join the pageant or before you enter into pageantry, you were a flight attendant,
Yes, I
right?
was working for Emirates for 3 years.
Wow. So can you tell us about on how to become a flight attendant and also give us some advice for those um, who wants to become a flight attendant also.
Okay, to be a flight attendant, you have to first. The most important thing is like you reach. There's a specific reach. Like you have to reach it. Like I think it's 212 centimeters, and
Mhm.
that's the start. And then you can be a flight attendant. So also like you have to be very good in English, fluent in English, and most of all like about international airlines, they are looking for personality. So it's not always about the looks. So if you manage to have a good communication skill, you show them teamwork, and it's a very good advantage for you to go inside a company.
All right. Thank you so much. Okay, so you were planning to join the Mr. World Philippines 2021. What made you decide to join?
Well, because I really like the advocacy of the Miss World or Mr. World organization because it talks about beauty with a purpose. So it's not it when you look deeper to it, it means that it's not always about looks, but it's always about like as a human person, how can you help the people around you? How can you inspire the people around you? And that's what makes it attractive.
Okay, so since you've mentioned the advocacy, can you tell us your advocacy just in case you will be included as the official candidate of Mr. World Philippines 2021?
So this is a bit confusing for me about the advocacy because I have a lot of experience. Had anxiety before, mental health also, and I was victim of bullying. So maybe if I would conclude them all together, it's maybe more about like mental health. So how can I help people to overcome their problems in life, to overcome anxiety, to not really to overcome anxiety. It's more about like how you can cope up with your anxiety, plus how you can develop self confidence, self esteem. Because the most important thing for me is like self esteem and self love. If you have those things, it makes you a better version of yourself.
All right, thank you so much. So before we move on to my next question, let's have a reading from our viewers. Ayan. So let's have our first viewer from Brandon C. Ratan.
Hi,
Hello.
how are you? Good
And
evening.
also, good evening. Thank you for watching, Mr. Brandon. Please don't forget to share our live so that we can have more viewers to come. And also, we have from, what do you call it? I don't, Ulrich Petritz. I keep fingers crossed for all of you handsome young men, but especially for my Mr. Philippines ride from Cebu.
Oh, hello, Ulrich. Long time no see.
Ayan. Thank you so much for watching and also watching from our YouTube channel. So we have from Rise Simpal. Hi Ride. Questions. Are you have foreign blood?
Yes, I have a foreign blood. I have Jordanian and Spanish blood also.
All
Hello, Ray.
right. So thank you so much for watching, Mr. Rice.
You're welcome.
And also we have from Jessa Maya Albios watching.
Hello, Jessa.
And we have cheering from V Agravante. Go Ride, number one support.
Hello, V. Thank you so much for today. Like she was the one who was helping me with the preparation, and she owns the clinic for the face care, and she's the one who preparing me for today. Thank you so much, V.
Wow, may sponsor na agad sa ano, skincare.
Yes.
Thank you so much po for watching. And also we have watching from our YouTube channel, we have cheering from Cesnila Otokozawa. Go Ride.
Hello, Sis Nila. Good evening.
All right, thank you so much. So moving on to my next question. Ayan. Who managed you or who motivate you to join the Mr. World Philippines 2021?
Actually, it's Dad Ross from Harlicans. He's the one who pushed me to join it. Yeah, he's the one who's helping me.
How long you been connected with Maharlikan?
I'm connected with him since I think last year. Yeah, last
Mhm.
year, last year, yes, last year.
All right. So if ever you will be included as the official candidate of Mr. World Philippines 2021, what would be your first thing that you will do?
First thing to do is like I'm gonna. Okay, first thing to do. I have lots of things to do in my mind, so I'm trying to think. I think I'm gonna thank the people who supported me, who pushed me through it. So I think that's the first thing I should say. Like, thank you to my friends, to the supporters, and to God also.
All right. So do you have any do you undergo training like the passerella
I'm
or
okay. Okay, so I have to train harder. I have to work out harder. So it's gonna be like 100%. I have to put myself there. So I have to do those things also.
all right. How do you do during this pandemic?
How I was coping up with the pandemic.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like I was bored, nothing to do in the Philippines, so I decided also like to cook, to sell food online. So I was doing Arabic food, so I was selling it in Cebu. So I had good sales during those pandemic because of I was offering new dishes, like something new for them. So that's what I was doing during the pandemic, and also training in the gym.
Wow, that's great. Okay, so let's have from our viewers cheering from Samantha Buro. Go, 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 Sir Ride.
Hello, Samantha. Good evening.
Am I correct, Ride or Ride?
Rod.
Rod. Oh my God, I'm really having hard time to pronounce your name. All right, so next viewer from Jessica May Albios. I'm DJ Jessa in DYJL 94.5 like Radio News FM. Gihulungan, watching in Gihulungan City Province of Negros Occidental. Ayan.
Hello, Jessa. Mayong gabi.
Maayong gabi, Ma'am Jessa. Thank you for watching and don't forget to like our page. Ayan. Next, so we have from Zoe R. Reyes. Hi, good evening to both of you and take care always and to your family as well. And I wish you a good health every day. God bless you po, ma.
Thank you, Zoe. You take good care always, and God bless you too.
And also Samantha has a question for you. Sir, what is your motto and why?
Okay, my motto in life is always be kind to each other because that's the only way we can make this world a better place.
Wow, very nice motto.
Thank you.
Okay, next. From Rise Simpal. The Latino is powerhouse for Mr. World, and that's you, right? Go and bring the crown.
Thank you so much, Ray. That's very nice of you to say.
And also we have from Patrick Lim. Go Go Half Half Pinoy. Iba ang impact ng beauty nito.
Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Patrick Lee.
And we have watching from our YouTube channel. All the best, Ride. From your USC Hospitality and Tourism family from Yong Antiquando.
Hello, Sir Demet. He's my teacher during college. I like
Wow.
very, very good. He's like I like he was very strict. That it made me study harder because when I have strict teacher, I like to prove them that I can do better in my subjects. So I learned a lot from him. And he's the first teacher that I got zero because I forgot to put my seat number, and it broke my heart that I've learned from it that next time I have to read instructions. Thank you, Sir
Uh,
Demet.
Thank you so much, Sir Young, for watching. And another from Zoe Arias. Let's all cooperate to defeat COVID-19, and I thank you. Message. And hi to Jerick Piano.
Hello, Jerry. Good evening.
All right, guys, if you have questions, don't forget to comment down below. Okay, so my next question for you is, okay, here. What quality do you like most about yourself and why?
Okay. Quality, one quality, or I can say more.
Any it could be either two or one.
Okay. I can say that I never give up, and the second one is like kindness. So I've learned the importance of being kindness. It taught me that if it's like a karma. So if you're
Mhm.
nice to people, you're kind to people, it's gonna come back to you. And I also learned that uh, that kindness is very important nowadays because, especially in the COVID days, because people really need to be kind to each other, like supporting each other and helping each other rather than, like treating each other bad and bashing each other. So I think kindness is a very important thing nowadays.
All right. What is the biggest challenge to young people today, for your
The
in your opinion?
biggest challenge.
Yes, for the young people today.
Yeah, I think the biggest challenge nowadays for young, based on my observation, so I think
Mm.
it's the lack of communication because I think there people are focused more now in gadget and social media. But I prefer people would go to the old days, like because I think communication, uh, like personal meetings, talking to each other. I think this is more effective because it helps the people to understand each other compared like when they use social media. Sometimes when you write messages, you get the tendencies to misinterpret what the person is writing. So I always tell people like I think the personal communication. I think it's more effective to make it like to help the young generation nowadays.
All right. So moving on to your career before as a flight attendant, diba? So you've been a flight attendant for 3 years, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what made you decide to leave your career as a flight attendant?
Well, since I'm 12 years old, my dream is like I wanted to be an actor. So when I started college, uh, I was really confused with my education because I like it took me like maybe 7 years to finish my education because all I
Mhm.
want is to be an actor. So, but my family doesn't want me; they want me to finish something. So I was studying pilot. I was studying then computer engineering. So I decided to finish tourism management. And
Mhm.
then when I was working in Emirates, when I see celebrities flying with us, so I realized that what I'm doing here, I need to really pursue what I really want rather than like losing more years just trying to please the people around me, not pleasing myself. And that's why I
All
always tell
right.
people it's very important you follow your dreams because that's the only way to make you happy.
Correct. Okay, so you should follow always your dreams, 'di ba? Hindi naman wala tayong forever na career, 'di ba? So kung hindi ka na masaya, of course, you need to leave your job, 'di ba?
True.
And find ay kumbaga you need to go out for your comfort zone, 'di ba?
Because once I think
Correct.
sometimes you're in your comfort zone, you get stuck. And
Mhm.
that's the time I think you won't be able to grow. So it's
Correct.
always, I think it's challenging also when you leave your comfort zone because, and that's the challenge part because I think because it makes you confused what will happen to you next. So it's always nice to take risks, but at the same time also have other plans because you have to have a plan in case things doesn't work. So then after that you can still go back to your dream. So it's always like there always should be plan A, plan B when you do something.
Okay. Do you consider yourself to be a giver or a taker, and why?
I am a giver. I love to
Wow.
give people because I like to make people happy.
Napagbigay si si Ride.
I can be Santa Claus in December.
Ayan, so abangan nyo guys sa December ha. Mamimigay si Ride.
Santa Claus.
Okay. Mamimigay siya ng Santa hat lang ha. Charot. Okay, so next. What has been the most significant accomplishment in your life and why?
Accomplishment of my life. I think it's
Yes.
really when I decided to leave a job who gives me a good salary and to go to the unknown to pursue my dreams. I think that's the biggest achievement so far I've done in my life.
All right. So before you leave your or after you leave your job, do you have any business that you have managed?
Yeah, I was the one I was managing the Philippines during COVID, the food, cooking food,
Mm-mm.
delivering to the people around us. So I was introducing like Arabic food dishes. I was doing it with my mom also, so credits to
Mm.
my mom. She's a very good chef.
Wow. So what's your favorite food in our what's your favorite Arabic food?
Hmm. Depends on the country. Like each country has something good. So I really love makluba and chicken kapsa.
Okay, hindi ko pa natikman yung
Yeah,
hanggang chicken joy lang tayo.
I'm in Manila, I'm gonna make you one so you can try it.
Wow. Excited na ako nun, ha? Joke. Okay, so next question for you. Okay, next. What would you like to see done to improve the public's understanding of the importance of, let us say, sa mga nangangailangan, like sa organ donations? What can you say about that?
Can you repeat the question?
Okay. What would you like to see done to improve public's understanding of the importance of organ donation?
Organ?
Yes, organ donation.
Or what is the
Let us
meaning
say
of
yung let us say if you will donate your one of your organ to
organ donation? I was
those,
like
yeah, organ.
organ donation. Like
Like for
okay,
example, you will donate your
mm-hmm,
eye to those who really needs.
mm-hmm. So how can I improve?
Yes, how what would you like to see done to improve the public's understanding during that donation, the
Okay,
donations of organ?
I think I think it depends on from each person because sometimes you can donate kidneys, right? If you're still
Mm-hmm,
alive.
correct.
So I think that's a choice if you really want to do it. But I think also we have to teach people that it's a personal choice. So do not rush donating something, but you have to wait also if it's gonna affect you. So I think it's a bit hard to say something because I'm still like in a position like if it comes to me, I don't know what I'm gonna do still with it because it's something new for me. So I have to think
Mm.
about this also.
All right, so no problem with that. Okay, so next, from our viewer, ayan, so from Ulrich Petritz, read how much I love your caring motto. It's so important. I fully agree.
Thank you so much, Ulrich.
And also from Pio Reporsado Gonzalez. Hi, good evening po, sir. Pa-shoutout naman po.
Hello, good evening, Pio
Uh,
Gonzalez.
Okay, so we have from Cecil Cardinio Dalagan. Sir, would you like to be famous?
I don't like to be famous, but I like to be able to help the people around me because I feel that it's more fulfilling for my purpose in life.
Okay, next. Cheering from Pocahontas. Go ride, ride.
Hello, Poca. She's my friend. Hi, Poca.
Wow. Thank you for watching, Poca. And we have from Valcha to Sir Ride. What will you do if you win this title?
Okay, what I will do, I will win this title. I will continue with my advocacy about mental health, helping the young generations how to overcome mental health problems, and, help them also to learn how to love themselves, to care about themselves. So it's more about like I want to teach people like the importance of self improvement to make them a better version of themselves, and that's what I want to go into when I win the competition.
Okay. Thank you so much. And we have from Austin Flores. Hello, watching from Philippines.
Hello, Austin Flores. Good evening.
Okay, next. From a viewer from our YouTube channel, from Rice Simpal. Hola, Ride. I have a question for you. What can you say about the COVID-19 crisis?
I think this COVID is really, I think it's really affecting a lot of people around us, and it's very challenging. And I see like it caused a lot of people like anxiety, and sometimes it's negative vibes I can see around us. So I think people have to do is try to look at the positive side of it, and how can we help each other to overcome this crisis. And I think it's more on like we choose the positive way, and it's always like about let's try to say like we have to help each other, be kind to one each other, and most of all is that we have to support each other nowadays so we can overcome this COVID crisis. Because I think it's not only uh, the problems with one person, but it's also should be all of us together so we can overcome this COVID crisis.
Correct. So let us all unite fighting the COVID-19. Yeah, and
because
also
like I said, like there's no man on island, so it's a good code for this situation.
correct. And the most important is we need to follow the health protocols of the government, diba?
True.
All right, so next we have from Ju Lim C. Are you ready to face the bashers?
Yes, I'm ready to praise the basher. Good evening. Because I
Ayan.
think bashers, it's very normal. Like people, uh, they like to judge each other. So that's normal because as a human, we have the tendency to judge each other. And sometimes maybe I say something, bashers will never like it, or that's what I always say. You cannot please anybody around you, and the important thing is like you have to be confident with yourself, and you know yourself much better.
Correct. Okay. My question for you is, what would you like to be remembered for us, a title holder?
I wanted to be remembered the person who was pursuing his dream and never gave up, and most of all, also he was trying to help the people around him to be a better version of himself, and that's what I really like to advocate about. To always help the people around him.
All right. So have you tried to check your competitors?
Yeah, I've checked them.
What
I
can you
think
say about them?
them. I can say that they're all good. You know, so I think people have to also understand that everybody is gifted with something, and they should not like compare each other because we are all being given a gift from God. So that's the time we have to be to exhale with with the gifts we have inside us, not to compare each other. Because once you compare yourself to another, it's gonna make you feel insecure. But that's why I always tell people: do not compare yourself. Just compare yourself to the person you used to be.
What do you think is what do you think is your edge among the other aspirant candidate?
I think I think we're all equal. We're all gifted in something, and it's for the judges to see on the night. So it's gonna be, it's like this is like the right person with the right judges. So that's why I always say I don't feel like I also have an edge because I believe like we are all different in different ways.
All right. Okay, so ito pa yung next question ko. In your opinion, should pageants allowed to enforce height restrictions like in a male pageant?
Uh, I think no because I think his height is not for me. It's like not important because what matters more is your advocacy. How can you help the people around you, and how can you inspire the people around you? So if a person has a good story to share to the people, then I think the height doesn't should. I think height should not be an issue for them to join a pageant.
Okay. What do you think? What do you think is the relevance of having a pageant in this time of pandemic?
I think it's something new because some people like because of the laws and the protocols, like we have like social distancing and other things like to follow. But at the same time, it's very inspiring during the COVID because it shows people like there are still people pursuing their dreams no matter how difficult is the situation.
All right. Thank you so much. If ever that the coronation night of Mr. World Philippines 2021 is via virtual, um, what do you think is difference between the virtual and the live?
Uh, Virtual, I think it's because virtual is like more on like this one we're doing is a virtual. But for me, I think pageant night it's like it's the pageant. Uh, you enjoy the pageant on the day. You can see the candidates beside each other competing. But when it comes to virtual, I think with the virtual, I think we prepare things ahead and we just compile it together. So I think it's always I prefer like the
The
actual
live,
the
the
live
actual pageant.
because
Okay.
it's more like you can enjoy the moment. But still, the virtual also is good. But I think there's also limitations compared to the actual night or actual a live pageant.
Correct. Because in virtual there are a lot of difficulties, just like um, technical problems when it comes to the internet connection. So if you don't have a high speed of connection, it
Yeah,
might bother you and also disturb your focus
focus.
on that
And that's
competition.
why some of them will tell you like to prepare things ahead so that they compile it to make it easier in case something happen. So it's gonna be more challenging for everybody.
Correct. So maybe we can do some virtual pageant, just like something like in preliminary interview,
Yeah,
something like
like
that.
or then we can decide like to appoint maybe so to make it less challenging for everybody.
Correct. Okay, so my next question for you is I don't know if it is political, pero ano lang kung ano lang yung point of view mo lang dito. Um Question is do you think it is acceptable for a title holder to voice their political opinion?
Okay.
Sa tingin mo, just in case, for example, nanalo ka as Mr. World Philippines 2021, ayun, so there is an issue regarding with the government. So
Yeah.
do you think it is acceptable to ish or to what do you call this, to have your opinion?
Yeah. So I just want to base it on myself. So if there's a problem with the politics, I prefer not to say anything because I want to keep things to myself. Because
Mhm.
first of all, like I don't know what's really going on with the politics or what's the issues there. So I feel like I don't have the enough evidence or enough right to talk about it, to voice it out. Because sometimes we judge things based on what we read, what we see. But sometimes we have to go there for us to see what's really going on, for us to give our comment. But usually, like, that's what I've learned, like, being an FA, because before I used to be an FA, I used to judge them, like, let's say, I used to ask water all the time, without knowing, like, how difficult their job is. So this is something I've learned from FA. Like, I don't like to go through things that I don't have 100% knowledge about because so that I won't end up saying something only based on my assumption.
All right, so that's it. And also, again, from Zoe R. Reyes. During the pandemic, most schools are using online teaching tools.
Yeah.
Once the physical school begin, will we use the same online tools along with the tradition teaching? Will it require advanced planning? When to use which tool? And how would the assessment be affected?
Okay, I want to read it again because
Okay, sure.
during the pandemic, most schools are using online teaching tools. Once the physical school begins, we will use the same online tools along with the traditional teaching. But it requires advanced planning with and we need to use which tool, how would the assessment be affected. Okay, this is something about education.
Yes, about education.
Yeah. So I really don't know what's the so if it comes to my point of view. hmm I think that it's very important to always have a planning before we can decide what to do next, because I think
Correct.
I always prefer like the actual teaching because the student can connect more with the teacher. And I've noticed because a lot of like online teaching, sometimes they just give them assessment to do, and they just like researching. And I used to also ask some kids around me like, "Are you comfortable with the online?" They said no because they really don't really learn from it that much compared to when we go to the school. So if I would think about it, I think there should be a planning for it with the ones who are in charge. And I always believe like it's always better to have physical interaction with the students and the teacher.
Correct. Okay, so there should always be a planning before we move or before we implement. Okay, next. From Fritzy McNoverge. Ayan. Hi, Ride. My question is, what would you prefer, an intelligent mind or a fit body?
I prefer intelligent mind because, and wait, I think it should be balanced because it's nice to have intelligent mind at the same times. When I mean about fit body, it means to be healthy. So because if you don't have healthy body, how can you have a healthy mind, right? Because they're both connected with each other. So I always say like it's nice to have a balance between being intelligent and to have a healthy body.
All right. Thank you so much. And she has another question for you. Okay. What steps or measures need to be taken to eradicate poverty?
So you mean eradicate like to lower poverty, right?
Correct.
Because that's something new word for me. So I think it's education. Education is very important to help the people because it gives more opportunities for people in the future to find better jobs and to plan for a better future. And I always encourage young ones like please finish your education. It's gonna help you in your life and it's gonna help you to help your family also.
Okay. So next question from our viewer. Ano mo lang to? Ang tawag doon, kumbaga, opinion mo lang to.
Okay.
Opinion lang. Medyo ano to eh. Medyo basta. Okay. Ito. From our viewer from Brandon Siratan. There has been in a recent years decrease in military spending. How do you explain this decrease in military spending when the UN is saying that conflict globally is on the rise?
Wow. To be honest, I really don't have a knowledge about this yet, about the military spending. What do you mean
Mm.
about the military spending? How to explain the decrease in military? It's something new for me, so I don't know how can I answer this. I just being honest, because I just want to say something like coming, and then I end up like because I decrease.
Military spending, I guess I think in sa mga ano like let us say yung mga hindi importanteng ano overspending of just like sa mga pagbili ng ano nila ng mga what do you call this? Yung mga baril or anything, tas uniforms, mga ganun siguro.
Yeah, that's why because I really don't know what they mean by decrease in military spending, like and if it comes to the weapons or other else. So that's why I cannot give a proper opinion because I really don't know what's specific about the decrease in military spending. So it's like it's like a bit vague because is it only about weapons or about other else?
All right, so let's move
Very
on to
sorry,
our.
not answer that for now.
It's okay, no, it's okay, no problem. Okay, next question for you. Who is the person you look up to the most?
It's my mother because she taught me how to be kind to the people around me, and that's something I'm very blessed and thankful for.
If you could be anyone else beside yourself, who would you be?
Okay. Mm,
Do you want to become Jose Rizal? Charot.
uh, someone. I like to be someone like because someone else. If you want to be someone else, okay.
Mm-mm. It could be either a politics or a politician or a hero,
Hmm.
a comedian,
Because
a celebrity.
the person I really admire the most as a public, as a figure as the
Mm-hmm.
religious prophets. So like they
Mm-hmm.
have this very beautiful characteristics. That's why they're the ones I really look up for. Like I learn a lot about like kindness, patience, determination, and also sacrifice. So because also in our religion, it's hard to want to be like a prophet because we're not. I think it's very sensitive if you want to say I want to be like him. But I admire those people, and those are the people I really look up for, the prophets in the Bible. Yes.
All right. Ayun, so nag-explain na si Brandon Sirota. Military spending is the cost of army personnel, for example, though. Pinush ka. Pinupush ka. Okay. Okay, so next.
Hey Brandon, so I'll try to read about it and I'll message you. I just want to read more
Okay.
about it, yes.
Okay, no worries. So wala pa po siyang experience with regards to that kind of, questions. And then next. Have you started your workout?
Yes, every day I work out 6 times a week. No, I work out 4 times a week and I run 2 times a week.
Okay, so my question is, if ever you will win this Mr. World Philippines 2021, what will be the first thing um, you will eat after the pageant?
I want to eat like everything. Because imagine like for those days I had to stop eating sugar for now because I have a strict diet plan because I have to avoid sugars. But trust me,
Mm-mm.
like I'm gonna enjoy eating all the ice creams. I love ice cream.
Okay, next. Next question. Tell us about your biggest disappointment and how you bounced back from it.
Yeah, my biggest disappointment is like I said before, like I was not able to follow my dreams. So I had to please the people around me. And how I bounce back is I'm a very positive person, so when I get disappointed about something, I try to look at the positive side of it also to say like maybe it had to happen for a reason to prepare me for something better. So this is how is it. So you always have to have a positive thinking in every challenging or in every challenging situation. You have to look at the positive side of it.
All right. Next. Question from our viewer, from Van Posadas Despi. If inner beauty is emphasized in pageants, then why are there physical requirements upon joining it?
I think my questions today are still like very like okay. Inner is emphasized in pageant. Okay, because I think remember like pageant started a long time ago to be like it's more about like swimsuit competition.
Mhm.
I think it started like this, right? Then that's why after that I think the advocacies and what you call this and the personality and the intellect came after. So that's why
Mhm.
maybe inner beauty came also to the picture. And yeah, because when I answered this question, I think because at the beginning, like pageant was more on like, like ramping, swimsuit competitions, like more on, uh, like a show. Then after that, it
Mhm.
developed through time, and that's how I can
Yes,
answer this question.
because the pageant before is more they are looking for beauty only.
Yes,
So kapag
started like,
magaling ka mag-model, of course, pasado ka na.
and like how life is like, things develop or change by time. So new things comes and things change. So then I think the inner beauty started to come when people started to speak out and it comes with question and focuses and it reflects a lot more about the person when we talk about their inner beauty. So it made it made the like it made it go uh, the standard of the beauty pageant becomes more on beauty, intellect. It's like a total package.
Correct. Okay, so next. Viewer from our YouTube channel from Rice Simpal. Hola, Rai. Do you speak Spanish? Pwede pa sample.
Not really, but I know some words. Uh, Buenas noches. Like I think it's good evening, right? So, oh my God, I have to
Mm.
practice it.
Okay, so sample na lang din. So since you are Filipino Arab,
Mhm.
so sample Arabic ano na lang, word.
Okay. مساء الخير جميعا اسمي رائد. شكرا. I said like, good evening everybody. My name is Riot. Thank you.
Okay. So, medyo mahirap bigkasin.
No, actually, Arabic is not really that difficult. It's just like you learn to. I think it's only the pronunciation because it's like we have different ways of speaking, and that's why.
Yes.
sometimes can be hard because like Filipinos, I think, don't have the then
Oo.
it will be hard for them to pronounce it. But I saw a lot of Filipinos in abroad, like they managed to speak Arabic very well, and I was like, because I think it's like a skill also, or if you really want to learn something, you'll do your best to learn it.
Correct. Okay, so next. If you could only speak one word today, what would you say?
Kindness.
Okay. Next. What makes someone a hero?
What makes someone a hero is when they become selfless and they like. When I mean about selfless is like they think about the people around them, and that's what I call them a hero because they they look on for the well-being of others, and that's the hero for this in
All
our world.
right. Thank you. So let's have another question from our viewer. Okay. How would you show what is that? Cynic? How beautiful in the world is.
What is the meaning of sign?
Okay, wait. Ano natin? I think believing that are motivated by self-interest. Mga
Mm.
ganun.
How would you show a cynic how beautiful the world is?
Hmm.
Okay.
A person who believes that people are motivated purely by self-interest rather than acting for honorable or unselfish reasons. So, cynic, how beautiful in the world.
Nahirapan ako
Ang
siya.
hi- ang hirap din. Hindi ko rin siya mag-gets. Okay, balikan ka namin Mr. Van Posadas. So, comments from Brandon Seratan. Good candidate, very honest daw.
Thank you, Brandon. I still have to answer that cynic because cynic.
So, next from John Ezekiel Laura. Age did you started working out?
I started working out when I came to the Philippines when I was 20 years old. Because I used to be I used to weigh 300 pounds. I was an obese kid.
Mhm.
So when I came to the Philippines, I started working out. Then I started losing weight gradually until I reached this body I have now.
Yeah, I've seen your photo on the Instagram that you are bigger before.
Yeah,
How
300
did
pounds.
you achieve that? Yes, how did you achieve that body
It's a
that you have
process,
now?
It's a process like learning the proper diet, learning what exercises you need for your body. So it was a very long journey because, like, imagine, so it's like around 10 years, 11 years now. So if there's like it's like a yo-yo situation that you
Mm-mm.
gain weight sometimes, you go down because you're not properly educated about the proper nutrition, the proper exercises. And that's very important. You have to read, you have to research, you have to ask because we all have different kinds of body and it works in different ways. So some people are very fast in losing weight. Some people like they gain weight so easily. So it's about like knowing what your body needs and knowing how which sports you need for your body also.
All right. So next follow-up question from John Ezekiel. Yan, age and height daw.
I am 33 and my my height is 6'3".
Okay. So next next question. Okay, here's my question for you. Who is the most influential person in your life aside from your mother?
Influential person. I think, like I said before, like it's about the religion, like the prophet stories. Those are very those are the were like one of my foundation when I grew up, because when I was a bullied kid before, I grew up and like I love to study, but like religions. So those are the ones that influenced me a lot to be good a version of myself. And usually that's why I've learned also, like it's not always like it should you be influenced from a celebrity. Sometimes you can be influenced from characters in the Bible or in the religion scripts. So this is how I feel the influence I got from when I grew
Uh,
up.
all right. So next question for you. Let's assume that you won 1 million jackpot. What
Mhm.
would you do to it?
Okay, so I'm gonna give 50% to my mother. The 50%, 30% I'm gonna donate, and I think just gonna keep 10% for myself. That's enough. I can live with that. Because at the end, it's just a blessing. I just want to share it to other people.
All right. Okay. Sharing is a blessing also. Okay, next. From our YouTube channel, Danny Samoranos. What would be your advocacy pertaining to what's happening between Israel and Palestine?
God, that's very sensitive.
A short reaction or stance on that.
Because the conflict between the two countries, and it's hard to say something. Because if I say something, so even though if I'm in the middle, people just not like it because it's very big conflict.
Mm-mm. Okay, so sure. So hindi natin pwedeng pag-usapan Mr. Danny, and you can ask another question for Ride. Ayan. Okay, so my next question for you is, if you were given a chance to change something from the past, what would it be?
Uh, I don't want to change anything from the past because the experiences and the challenges I've had, it made me a better version of myself, and I'm happy with who I am now that's because I found my purpose and calling with those experiences also.
All right. So my next question for you is, this is trending issue with regards to the Pride Month. So you all know
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Um, as being the aspirant of Mr. World Philippines 2021, what is your takes on the or do you have a friend, LGBT friend
Yeah,
with
I
you?
met a lot of them. I have some friends, and they're very wonderful people also. Wonderful.
All right. So my
I want
my
to say
question is
Annie and Vanity. They're very nice girls.
what is your takes on the transgender women's joining the female pageant?
Okay, so I was thinking about this question, and I tried to ask also my trans community friends. So it's like when it's a very sensitive topic because everybody has different opinion.
Mm-mm.
So I don't mind them to join actually the pageant, but for me, if I would choose a choice, I prefer to make them a special pageant, not because it's discriminating them, but because it's an acknowledgement for their existence, and it's also like a way for people to respect them, and it's also a platform where they can be happy with themselves, they can express themselves among each other, and they can share their stories with each other, and also inspire the people around them. Because when we put them in a comfortable environment, so the competition will be peaceful and comfortable for everybody, and at the same time, it shows the people, teach the people around them how to respect them also.
All right. Ang galing. So ready ka na sa Mr. World Philippines.
Thank you, Jay.
Okay, so next, greetings from our viewer from Marvin Cruz Bulatao. Shout out, idol.
Hi, good evening, Marvin Cruz Bulatao.
And last question from our viewer coming from Fritzy McNoverge. My last question, what is the best way to bounce back from disappointment?
Mhm. So when you get disappointed, I know the emotion will be, it's gonna be extreme. So what you're gonna do, I've learned this actually, like you should put yourself away for a while with yourself and try to reflect on it for like 1 day, 2 days, and then at the same time try to go back to God and talk to Him about it, because it gives you the answers by time. And when you feel disappointed, always try to understand that uh, it has to happen. It's normal. And what can I learn from this experience? And how can I be better? And how can I learn from this experience to be a better version of myself? And how can I handle this situation next time?
Okay, thank you so much. Last question from our viewer now. Ayan, from John Ezekiel Laura. Miss World have a beauty with a purpose. If you're tasked to do a slogan for Mr. World, what would it be?
Slogan. Okay, let me think. I think I would call it, I think, inner beauty, a slogan. A slogan is like one word with two words, right?
Yes, something
Yeah.
like a tagline from from
I think I
the
can go
organization,
more
Mr.
about
World.
inner beauty, because it shows that if you have inner beauty, it's gonna reflect outside, and it's the inner beauty talks more about like good characteristic of a human being and how can they help the people around them. So it's very deep when you say inner beauty, because it talks about positive characteristic, good characteristics for a person or for a title holder.
Okay, so that's it for our question and answer coming from our viewers. So let's have our last portion of this live chat interview, which is the fast talk. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So, first question. Wait lang. Okay. Would you rather have no nose or arms?
No
Uh,
nose. No nose
uh
or arms.
Yes.
So okay.
Okay, next. Which sport do you think
Fast talk or
they'll
like to
Oo,
answer.
fast talk lang.
Okay.
Fast talk tayo.
No arms. No arms.
Okay. Next. Which sport do you think they will invent next?
Okay. Sport. Hmm.
Any sport?
Um, I don't know what to say.
Ano?
Sport and then okay. I cannot.
Okay lang.
Yes.
Sige. Next tayo. Would you rather always be 10 minutes late or always be 20 minutes early?
20 minutes early, because if you're a point, I'm very particular with time, because you know you help the people around you also, because you, uh, what you call this? Yeah, 20 minutes before time, much better.
Okay. Would you rather live in America or live in Europe?
I love to live in the U.S. because
No.
yeah, yeah, U.S. Fast
Ayun
talk.
lang.
Yeah.
Basta yun na yun. Okay, next. Would you rather be alone for the rest of your life or save someone's life?
Save someone's life.
Would you rather never use social media again or never watch TV again?
Uh, Never watch TV.
Okay. Next, would you rather um, have unlimited sushi for life or unlimited tacos for life?
Unlimited tacos for life.
Okay. Would you rather give up music for a month or give up TV for a month?
Give up TV for a month.
Sell all your possessions or sell one of your organs?
Okay. Organs, let's say. So,
Okay. Would you rather not shower for a week or wear same clothes for a week?
Rather not to shower for a week. I don't want to wear my same clothes for a week.
Okay, next. Would you rather lose your sense of smell or sense of taste?
Sense of smell. Because
Okay. Would you rather set table before dinner or clean up after dinner?
I prefer to set the table. I'm not. I don't like washing dishes.
Okay.
Because
Go to bed or
washing dishes because I'm very tall and the sink are
Mhm.
always low, so I have to always you know. So I prefer to prepare the table for the dinner than wash the dishes.
All right. Go to bed early or wake up early?
Go to bed early.
Okay, next. Would you rather control space or time?
Control time.
Live in a place where it is always hot or always cold?
Always cold. I love cold weather.
Okay. Be an amazing dancer or an amazing singer?
Amazing dancer. I'm not good in singing.
Have telepathy or telekinesis?
Telekinesis. I love that power.
Okay. Never be able to eat warm food or never be able to eat cold food?
Not being able to eat cold food maybe because
So hindi ka mahilig sa ano like ice cream or
I
anything?
love ice cream, but if you eat it all the time, it's what gonna do to your health.
Correct. Okay, next. Have a very muscular lower body and a normal upper body or muscular upper body but a very skinny lower body?
I prefer to have a stronger lower body.
Mhm.
Legs are light.
All right, next. Run incredibly fast or jump incredibly high?
Running. I love running fast.
Know know everything or be amazing at any activity you tried?
Uh, be an amazing at every activities I try. Every activity I try. Yes.
All right. Would you rather um, read minds or see the future?
Read minds. I like my life. I don't want to know about my future because
Mm,
there'll never be a challenge anymore.
all right. Have super hearing or have X-ray vision?
X-ray vision.
Be able to fly or run out of super speed?
Able to fly.
Be able to teleport or be able to time travel?
Time travel.
Only eat dessert or only eat savory?
Sabre.
Speak many language or able to speak to animals?
For now, I think I like to learn to speak to animals. I think I'm gonna enjoy it.
All right. Always be winter or always be summer?
Winter.
Okay. Next. Next question. How many chickens would it take to kill an elephant?
I think one. I
What do you think?
think one is enough. I don't know if animals
Okay.
are really scared of chicken, or it's like
Next.
yeah,
Okay. Next. If animals could talk, which would be the smartest?
dogs.
Okay. Next. If you were an artist, what would you paint on your first day?
I'm gonna paint the picture of my mother.
Okay. If you could be a fly on the wall, who would you want to listen to in?
Who would I like to listen to?
Mm-hmm.
Who would I like to listen to?
Mm-hmm. Who would who would you want to listen in on- to listen in on?
Uh, I didn't get it. Can you repeat it, please? Sorry.
If you could be a fly on the wall,
Mhm.
who would you want to listen in on?
Okay. I wanna go to listen to maybe I go listen to you, Jay.
Okay, next. Would you rather always have to tell the truth or always have to lie?
I prefer to tell the truth.
Never be able to speak again or have to say something on your mind?
Uh, have to say something in my mind.
Be allowed to wash your hair only once a year or be forced to wear wet socks for the rest of your life?
Wear socks. What? Ears is very important if you don't clean it, you know.
Okay. Be in the real life version of The Walking Dead or be in the real life version of American Horror Story?
American Horror, I love that series.
Run your tongue down a New York City sidewalk or press your tongue into a stranger's nostril?
I prefer the first one.
Okay, a New York City sidewalk.
Running.
Okay. Next, ito. Use sandpaper as toilet paper or use hot sauce as eye drops?
So use sandpaper as a type.
Okay, next. Be sticky for the rest of your life or be itchy for the rest of your life?
Itchy. I cannot stand to be sticky.
Next. Would you rather lose all your money and valuables or lose all the pictures you have ever taken?
Lose all the money. But the picture is very. I love it. Pictures are very important memories. You know, you
Right.
cannot
But
lose
there's
memories.
but there's a cell phone nowadays.
Yeah, I thought like memories in the phone or memory in my memory.
No, pictures you have ever taken. So meaning to say na ano na siya, parang printed na siya yung photos,
Hmm.
yung
No,
pictures.
I still have a lot of pictures at home, like the old cameras. It's
Mm-mm.
very. I like them because you always look back at them. I really enjoy them.
Okay,
It
next.
gives you beautiful memories.
Live in the wilderness, far from civilization, or live on the streets of a city as homeless person.
Live in the wilderness, far from civilization.
Okay. Be alone for the rest of your life or always be surrounded by annoying people.
Prefer to be alone the rest of my life to spend with.
Okay, next. Never be able to use a touch screen or never be able to use a keyboard and mouse.
Never to be able to use keyboard and mouse. Touching is, you know, everything now.
Ne- Next. Would you rather control fire or control water?
Control water.
Okay. Donate your body to science or donate your organs to people who need them.
Donate my organs to people who need them.
Okay. Relive the same day for 365 days or lose a year of your life.
I prefer to relieve 365 days.
Okay, so that's it, our fast talk questions. Last question. Who
Yes, Jay.
is Mr. Ride Algeyer?
Uh, okay. I'm RAED Al ZGHAYER is your future candidate for Mr. World Philippines. I hope I make it.
All right. Okay, ano tayo, last question sa ating viewer from our YouTube channel. May question siya, si Danny Samoranos. If you win the crown, what would you contribute to the world pertaining this pandemic?
Pertaining like how to control.
Mhm.
Okay.
How can you contribute?
Contribute like I would share my advocacy about like mental health, and
Mhm.
because you know this mental health is very important during the pandemic and how we can overcome it. So also, I want to help also like the people around me. You know, how can we do give the people in need or are affected by the COVID also. So there's a lot of things I would like to do if I win the crown. I use my advocacy at the same time, try my best to help the people around me with the help of charities and organizations.
All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And that's a wrap of our live interview session with Mr. World Philippines 2021 aspirant candidate, Ride Alzgeyer.
How's
Ayan.
guys?
So ang hirap banggitin ng ano mo, ng
Sige lang, Jay.
surname.
Learn, Jay.
Ayun. So, guys, wag natin kalimutan na suportahan si Mr. Ride kung sakaling mapasama siya sa official candidate ng Mr. World Philippines 2020. And also, we believe in you na makukuha mo to, Mr. Ride. Diba?
Thank you very much. And Jay, thank you so much for having time to talk with me and for giving me the chance for the interview for people to get to know me also. I'm still thinking about I didn't answer a while ago. What is it again?
Scenic.
Scenic, yeah. Try to check it. I'm gonna message him. So I need to get knowledge about it. I don't like to answer something I'm not 100% knowledgeable about. I'm really sorry about it, but I'll get back to you with it. See, I still.
All right. Ayan. So, where can we find you, Mr. Ride? Do you have any social medias or YouTube channel?
If you like to follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is RAED, and that's the one I'm using now.
How about YouTube channel do you have?
No, I don't have YouTube channel yet, so maybe I'll practice one. Facebook I have.
Facebook page, okay.
Yeah, it's
so,
Fernandez Alzgeyer. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Ride, for your time.
For the questions and for having time to talk to me and for answering your questions also. I appreciate your time.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Ride. And we are looking forward to see you on international pageant, like the Mr. World.
See you in Manila.
Yes. Okay. See you here in Manila. And again, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. And I hope you did enjoy and you did learn from our guest for tonight's live session with Mr. Ride Alzgeyer. Ayan. So sana may natutunan kayo. So to those who wants to ask more about Ride, you can follow him on his Instagram account. Just type it said Alzgeyer and then lalabas na yung yung face niyang napakagwapo, ayan, at matipuno. Yan. So, follow him.
Do you need anything from Cebu?
Kahit ano, no? Kahit ano na lang. Ayun. So, thank you so. Oh, yes, masarap yung danggit. Oo. Pati yung dried mango, Joe.
What do you call it?
Dried mango.
Shamrock, right? Shamrock, maybe. I think it's shamrock.
Hindi ko I'm not familiar with it. Basta ang ko lang yung dried mango, yung masarap dyan sa sa Cebu.
Sige.
Ayun. Saka lechon, joke.
Sige.
Nagano na.
I said like I'm gonna be Santa Claus for this year.
Oo, Santa Claus. Sa December pa yun di ba? Okay, so ayan, thank you so much for your time, Ride.
And it was a pleasure seeing you.
Ayan, see you soon here in Manila.
See you soon. Thank you, Jay.
Ayan.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you so much, guys. Bye, everyone.
Bye.